Hey, what's up everyone? It's DV, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own house in Roblox Islands. And this is going to be a very basic house, but it's going to look pretty cool. So I'm going to give you just a little preview of what we're going to be building here. This is what it looks like. So a lot of you have actually asked me, hey DV, how do I make a house? Or can you make a video on how to make a house? And so this video is for you if you've been asking for it, or you're looking for some building ideas in Roblox Islands. This is the video for you. And just a quick note. So a lot of you have actually asked me, hey DV, can you just kind of slow it down so I can actually see what you're building and stuff, like step by step, because you're going from clip to clip too fast and kind of skipping over certain scenes. So yes, I will be doing this video. This video will be very different than usual. So if you're familiar with the channel, let me know what you think in the comments below if you like the slower build process. I don't really like to have like really long pauses in between things that I say, so I tend to like cut all that stuff out. So I'm actually going to make a little R&D area over here that is going to be based on glass. So pretty much what we're going to do is I'm actually going to show you. I use this auto clicker called OP Auto Clicker, and it is amazing. So it just makes things so much faster whenever you're trying to build, especially if you're combining an auto clicker with glass, because otherwise it takes forever. But I'm going to go ahead and time lapse the building of the glass platform. But what we're doing over here is we're making a giant, platform that I can use for R&D builds. So pretty much what you're going to see here is future micro builds or mini builds that I'm going to be working on to show you how to do some really cool designs for your islands. And so I'm really excited about this series. This is video 1. So this is video 1 of my new series for micro builds. So for the first one, we're going to do the house. Later on, I'm going to do a little mini castle. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff for you. I'm even going to do some military stuff. So if there's a particular thing you'd like to see how to build, let me know in the comments below. So first up, we're working on this cabin. So I'm going to use maple wood, but you can use whatever color wood you want. So this is actually going to be 7 by 8. So it's going to be 7 wide, 8 long or deep. You can even make it like a deeper build if you want. It doesn't really change the design too much if you want to make it a longer build. I'm making the middle section is going to be pretty much a door. And then you got some windows. So we're just going to have pretty much every other block here, or every other column is going to be open. And then what we're doing here is we're actually putting a door in the middle, and I just use a pine door. Just make sure you have that. And then we also have a upside down stair right above that door. So that way you have a little bit of, it just feels a little bit cleaner. It doesn't feel so hard edged. And then I'm going to put glass pane in these windows so that we can get a little bit of that window feel. I wish we had different types of windows. I would actually probably recommend yellow glass instead of just this clear glass, so that it looks a little bit more rugged. And similarly with the windows, I'm actually going to put upside down stairs. I didn't actually end up doing upside down stairs for the front windows. I should have. I totally forgot to do it during this build. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go upwards now. And then across here, we're going to basically do stairs. And this is going to be basically our overhang, right? And we're going to do stone. Stone just looks really good with this. Otherwise, it's going to look a little too much wood. If you just do all wood, for all your stairs and stuff, it's just going to be way too much wood. So let's just put a little bit of a frame here. And the overhang will go off by one, just by one block like this. And then a little bit more right there. So you're going to see I'm going to put one right here, and then I'm going to get rid of that. I just needed something to anchor that stair against. And then these are actually going to be wood. So I'm going to take this out. I kind of messed up on this. So I'm going to take that out and replace it with a wood stair. So now pretty much the rest inside is going to be wood stairs. So all we're doing is framing these stairs with pretty much like stone bricks or stone stairs. And then we're going to go across on the same side. So we're pretty much mirroring this build on both sides. And then we're going to do, again, like I said, we're going to frame it. So it's just going to be one block on the outside. And then what we're going to do after this is done, we're actually going to go upside down with the stairs as well. Just give it a little bit of thickness, because you see how it kind of looks narrow right now. So we're going to end up doing upside down stairs. And then you're just going to kind of, follow along with the wood. But see how I'm doing the upside down stairs right here. I'm going to do it the same on this other side here. And then I'm going to do it for the top and then the other side. And we're going to do this all the way up until the middle. So, just make sure you don't mess up like that. But you see, it just gives it like a thickness to it, which is so much better looking than without it. And we're going to do it on both sides here. Now we're going to continue this up and continue up again. We're going to do the upside down on both sides. We're going to do the back. Same thing, right? Same thing. And then we're going to go upside down stair again, give it that thickness. And then we're going to do the very top. And then right here, you're just going to go on the inside here. You could do whichever direction you want, that way or the other way. It doesn't really matter. You can even just use a solid if you want. I didn't feel like using a solid. I wanted a little bit of a design to it. Now we're gonna pretty much start filling some stuff in. So we're gonna fill that in. We're gonna fill in the back with more wood. We're also gonna do it right here inside, just so it doesn't have like a seam. Obviously, when you're inside the cabin or the house, it should still look good. So we're gonna fill that in. We're gonna fill in the back here, just enough to fill in the gaps. And then we're gonna do the same right here. And then we're gonna actually use upside down stairs for the inside as well. We don't really wanna keep it like this. So we're gonna use upside down stairs. That way on the inside, it looks nicer, just has a nicer trim. And then do the same on the other side. Upside down stairs really are used for so many different things. They just fix everything. So it just makes everything look so much better. So let's go ahead and fill these in so that we can start doing the top. So pretty much whenever you do builds, I highly recommend just kind of going bouncing, you're basically doing a mirror build. So bounce between. So when you do something on one side, bounce the other side. Unless it's something you're gonna, 100% remember. But I'm just filling this in like this, so it's just a little easier to remember. And then once we're done with this, we're gonna actually fill the inside of the top with just more wood. So we're gonna use regular maple wood again up here, and we're gonna just fill that in. It's just give it a little bit of a style to it. It's not really meant for anything else other than that. And there we got our house. And so now we're gonna actually start decorating. So I'm gonna show you how to do the rest. You can just put a little stair right there. You don't have to do that little stair right there. I just needed something up there to break it up because it was just so gray and dark. And by putting a little bit of that light in there, it kind of balances everything out. And on this left of the house, I was trying to do like a little wood stack here. I just needed some kind of accent out here. I tried to make like a little, wood stack, but it just doesn't look right. So we're gonna replace that in a second. We'll leave that there for now. All right, so now I got to do the floors inside. So I'm just going to use more maple, but it's going to be maple planks. And so we're just going to fill this in with maple planks just because it matches all the other wood. We don't want to use something else other than this. You can use bricks too, I guess. You can make, a brick floor if you wanted to. I just wanted wood because it just feels a little bit more, I guess, livable and less like abandoned, I guess. And so we're just filling this in. Just make sure, obviously the wood grains match, make sure everything's lining up. And then, it's pretty dark right now. I'm going to add some lighting in a little bit. But next, what I got to do is I got to take all this glass out. I'm going to put in grass across the bottom of all of this. So we're just going to surround it with grass so we can get an idea of what it would look like if it was actually on my island. Next, we're going to put stone slabs all the way around the house just to give it a little bit of a foundation feel. This is what happens when you have hard edges, and it just felt like a hard edge where the wood, it just looks so plain without this. So I started putting this stone slab all the way around the house, and it just added a little bit of detail to it that it was missing. And then in a little bit, we're going to actually start adding a little bit of shrubbery and stuff, just to, some vines and things. So we're gonna make things look a little bit better. But now what we need to do is I need to add a fireplace really bad because it just feels weird without a fireplace in a cabin. And so we're gonna use a furnace and some. I was thinking about using wood, but this doesn't make any sense. If we were to do something like this with wood, it seems like it would probably actually start on fire. So if I actually had something like this in real life, I think it would look kind of weird having wood around here. So now I'm gonna switch over to stone because it just makes a little bit more sense. So we're making a fireplace out of stone, and the stairs are kind of the wrong direction, unfortunately. I think I need to take these out, but let's go ahead and put the furnace or the chimney. Let's get the chimney all the way up so it looks right. And then what we need to do is get rid of all this wood inside. But before I do that, let's go ahead and flip this upside down because it doesn't look right. This is not how fireplaces look. So let's go ahead and replace that. And then we're going to flipping the stairs upside down. It just looks a little bit better. It still doesn't look perfectly. You know what I should have done there is added stairs on the other side too. I just didn't think about doing it. But let's go ahead and replace all this dirt with more stone. And that's going to look a little bit more realistic, I guess. Realistic. And now we got a floor to it. So that looks a lot better. That looks so much better. We're going to need some lighting in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some candles in a little bit. But for now, let's put a little lamp post out here. So we got a little light out here. And I just used one of those new lanterns. Looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and put our door back. So there's our door. And then I'm going to use these compost instead of these logs. I'm just going to put like compost boxes on the side just so it looks like it's, kind of more of a gardenish type cabin. So there's a compost. Let's go and get rid of these slabs and add some more compost to this. You don't need to do this, obviously. It just looks cooler in my opinion. There's our last one. All right, that looks pretty cool. That looks way better than the logs. It looks way better than the logs. Now, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put some trellis on the sides and in the front. So it's gonna look so green from this. So let's go ahead and put these in the front as well. There we go. And then one more on this side. I think this is just going to make everything so much more colorful. And then we do need some lighting inside still. So let's add some candles. So we're going to put a candle on top. then I do need also some furniture inside. All right, so let's go ahead and add this table inside. It is a kind of a cabin, so I kind of expect very little to be in here, and we can't really fit a whole lot. So if you're gonna like try to fit a bed or something, you know, you may need to do a second floor. And if you're gonna do that, what I would recommend is do that either underground, or I can show you, if you really want me to show you a 2-story cabin or a 2-story house, let me know. I was actually thinking about doing a modern house next, but just let me know. This is kind of a cool looking house though. Like in general, you can put your workbench inside, and you can put a couple things like the fireplace. And there are other actually fireplaces. Like I didn't want to use the furniture fireplace because I knew you need a blueprint for that. And this is a fireplace you could do as a new player with very little. But you know, in this case, this looks pretty cool already. This looks cool without even that sophisticated fireplace. Let's go ahead and put a stair right there. That'll look better. And let's go ahead and put some flowers around. And now right here, we're going to add a tree. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of grass here. We're going to connect it to our house. This is kind of a cool template for you to be able to build on an actual island, not on glass. So the glass is just for my R&D. If that's not clear yet, if you think you still need to put glass on your island, let me just clarify that you don't need any kind of glass whatsoever. The only reason why I have glass is honestly is a place I can start building on. So I just needed something on my island because I do so many builds and stuff that I can't really do that on my main island without destroying it. And so the nice thing about, you know, doing all this stuff on glass is it's very isolated from everything else too. So it's very easy for you to see what's going on. Now we got some pebbles. You know, I highly recommend using pebbles whenever you can. Pebbles just look so cool. And then let's add some tall grass. Looks a little bit more natural. All right, so now I'm gonna actually build a little well here. So this is gonna be using some stone. So we're gonna put a little spot here. We're gonna make a little well. This is actually more like a realistic wishing well than the other well that we have. So I'm gonna show you the difference between the new well, the furniture item well, and this well. This one's a lot more Minecraft-like. So we're just gonna fill in some grass here, and then we're gonna need some more stone stairs, which are pretty much gonna surround this hole. So let's go ahead and fill this in real quick, and then we're gonna put in some stairs on the outside surrounding the hole. There we go. Just need one more, and then we're gonna use some slabs, some stone brick slabs, give it a little bit of a base. And then now what we need to do is we need a little sides. We need basically the wood that you know is usually on the sides of wells like this, and then we're gonna use stairs across to pretty much make a little mini roof so that we have a little rooftop above the well. Same thing on the other side, and then we're gonna pretty much edge this. We're gonna cap the end, you know, the ends or the edges after with more stairs. So both sides are gonna get a stair. We're gonna put another stair on the sides because that looks kind of weird. There we go. That looks a little better. And up top, we're gonna use some planks. Fill this in with some planks, and there's our well. That looks kind of cool. That actually looks really neat. Now what we're gonna do is at the very top of the roof, we're gonna actually put some smoke to our chimney to make it look like smoke's coming out of it. So we're just gonna use glass. Again, this is all very simple blocks that you can make yourself. Nothing really here is super special, but basically what you're doing is you're just drawing a path all the way up as if it's smoke, and then you can basically stack into the areas. The more you stack in a section, the more, see how it gets a little bit wider, the more you stack. So, and at the very top, you're going to add a little bit of a, you know, gap between at least one block at the very top to look like it's trailing, and then you're going to kind of keep it thick in the center of it. So it kind of creates this like little puff, and then you're going to lighten it a little bit away from the chimney itself. So it should get thicker a little bit further away from the chimney, and then it should thin out again. See it like this. This looks really cool. So it gets a little brighter in the middle, and then at the actual start, it looks, you know, you got to have that little bit of that gap away from the chimney to make it look realistic. Otherwise, it kind of looks too, it doesn't have like an outline to it, but that looks really good. So that looks like a little log cabin. Oh, and by the way, this is what it looks like, you know, the regular well versus our well. While the furniture well looks better than our well actually matches our house a lot better. So we're just going to leave it like this. And then we got this picture here. I finally put it above the fireplace, and that's perfect. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you could do me a huge favor and hit one of the videos in this playlist to the right here and watch one or two of the videos, it does help my channel a ton. And you can also subscribe to my new pay-to-win channel that's also displayed on the top right, where I post videos on a variety of Roblox games. And I hope you're already subscribed to this channel that you're watching now. We're on the road to 200,000 subscribers, and you can help us get there. And lastly, don't forget to turn on notifications and remember to be kind to someone. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.